Okay, YouTube, this is Rob. I got a thing I'm going to do here for you guys today, making your own Aboriginal tool set for the man that can't afford to buy the tools. Now, I was a man that couldn't afford to buy the tools. I just scrimped and saved and scrimped and saved and scrimped and saved, and then I spent $128 on these copper tools here that I use, which you can do the same. But if you don't want to and you want to do like I do as well and use the Aboriginal tools, I'm going to show you what you need today to make a set of Aboriginal tools. So, and I'm not going to do it Aboriginal style. I'm not going to try and break them or anything like that. I'm just actually going to get a saw out here in a minute and we're going to cut them, and I'll show you what you need. Like this one here is going to be your first inch, your 1-inch billet. We're going to probably cut it off right about here so that you got a good, extra bone to stick out there, for the swing. And there's some antler tines on here that will be perfect for some pressure flakers. There's 2 pressure flakers right there, and a small punch as well right here. That's a small punch. So, and then if you want to go into a smaller billet, like a 3/4 billet, when you're down to something real small, we're going to cut it right here, probably right about here, which will give you 2 more pressure flakers as well. And then I got various antlers over here. The one that's in frame right now, this one here, is the one I'm going to half the knife to today as well. I'm going to show you that. Here's some hammer stones that you're going to need. All these are hammer stones with a little dog walking by. That there, this stuff here is obsidian with another little hammer stone. And then a grinding stone for grinding. Now that is nothing more than just a sharpening stone, which you can get for $1 at Walmart. So if you destroy it, it doesn't matter. And then this here is something I'm going to make for myself as well. This here is a bigger antler tine, but it has also been chewed by the mice out in the field. It was a shed antler, but it's still, I think, got enough to it to make a good billet out of it. So I'm going to shape this one into a large billet for myself, and hopefully it's still got enough stoutness to, withstand the blow. But we'll find out. So then you need some leather or anything to put on your leg, a shirt, a towel, old ghillie sack, it don't matter. Anything that can, withstand something being punctured through it, so that you don't take a flake into the knee or something like that. That's really all you need. Now, we mostly use leather, so that you can go right over top of your leg and you can smack it, and the sharp flakes aren't going to go into your leg. Leather's real nice, and like this here came off of back of an old couch, so you can find leather pretty available. And then just for giggles and shits today, I have out my old bow. I'm gonna take a few practice throws with it today. It's a Mirage Ben Pearson. It's an older one, but it's it still fires true, so there's no point in buying something new when your old stuff works just as well as the new. All except I'm going to upgrade to a whisker biscuit here because I just don't like the thing here. But other than that, I'll get started here. Give me just a few minutes. I'm going to go in and get a saw here, and I'll come back and I'll turn it on, and I'll set my tripod up, and I'll show you how to cut these things and show you what you got to do to shape them into billets. Alright, we'll be back. Couldn't find my saw, so we're going to improvise. I saw this on Dave Canterbury's site. We're going to give this a try. do that the other way. Let's do that the right way. Okay. It's off. What I did is I just kind of sawed all the way around the bone marrow. And let me show you where it's at. It's still in frame. Okay. Stuck it in the thing here. Snap it right off. Okay. Alright. So, there's one billet. We'll have to shape the end of it to make it the way we want it. Now I'm sawing halfway through on both sides, on both pieces of this antler here. That way when we stick it back in the rock over there, we don't have to come back and recut it. Just snap on both sides off. Okay. Oh, she knocked over my water again. Okay. There, right there. You're going to see me grab them here in a second. Okay, 2 flakers and a punch once you work it. So we got 4 tools out of 1 antler side. Alright. So technically, if you did not want to go any further, if you don't even want to try the punches, you can hold on to that for something else. These here are already perfect flakers, and if you want to sharpen them, just take some concrete. Like I have a porous concrete rock here. And just with a few scratches, that's good and sharp, ready for pressure flaking. Like that. Ready for pressure flaking. Okay. So, like I said, if you did not want to go any further, you didn't want to make anything else, you need, like this is a soft kind of a limestone with some quartz in it. This is good sandstone, kind of grinding stone, and you hit it. You need a good rock that feels comfortable in your hand. Like this one here feels real comfortable, where you can hold it and you can strike it. Now, I don't have any platform set up, so it's not going to break. All I'm doing is just grinding it, okay? But anyway, so I don't have a platform set up, so it wasn't going to break anyway. This is a granite. This is good for bigger stones. So, and this is a grinding stone as well. If you picked up just those items right there with a piece of leather, if you picked up all those items right there with just a piece of leather, you would have yourself an Aboriginal toolkit already, ready to start flaking and banging away. All you'd have to do is find your chert. So, I like to go always one step further than the norm for some reason. So this here is my kit, but I'm about to add another antler to it today. The only thing that's not in this kit right now is my hammer stones, because I pulled them out to show you the thing. Grinding stone, leather for my flaking, a smaller billet, a flaker, billet just shaved down, and another flaker that I made. I just went and turned the handle down on the wood lathe. There's my leather pad, everything right there. That's what I carry in my pack. You've seen me use this in other videos. Okay. So if you didn't want to do anything else, if you didn't want to do that, those right there would be what I normally would take with me. Those are my tools, because I don't want to have to be trying to find those every time I'm out. You can, but this is. Now these here, this is a bigger stone. This is for really knocking some serious flakes off. As you can see, that's for knocking some serious flakes off. Now I'm going to hand that glass, and I'll let you step on it. Okay, then it cleaned off the entire bottom side of that rock, so that's almost thinned out. You see the flake pattern across there. And it's just, I hit right here, and right across, and took off that entire lower section of this here. One of these pieces came out right here. Here's the part. I hit it right here, the crack opened up here, and then just took it all the way across. So that's thinned that bottom side. Now all you have to do is turn it over and start hitting this side. Sorry, start hitting this side here. Once I hit it here, crack opened up, and we're all the way across the rock. So there's one tool kit. Roll mine up, put it out of the way. Really didn't want to take too much. One hammer stone, one grinding stone, one billet, and two flakers. There is an Aboriginal toolkit. Alright, so that video is 12 minutes long already. But that's all there is to making an Aboriginal toolkit. You're ready to go at that point. And like I said, if you ever want to scrimp and save and you want to buy these really fancy tools, they work great, but these work just as well, if not a little bit better. You can, with the antler, sometimes you can hit the platform 2 or 3 times, whereas with this one here, with the copper, you hit the platform, sometimes you crush it, sometimes it works. So, I mean, you crush it with the antler, but not nearly as much as you do with the copper. So, alright guys, that's how to make an Aboriginal toolkit. Hope you enjoyed. One thing I forgot to mention, when you are doing this Aboriginal toolkit, you are going to need a good file. A file just so that you can now you can use a sander for this, but trust me when I say this, that if you're using a sander on this, once this starts kicking up in the air, oh, does it taste horrible and smell horrible. So I found that just a little extra time of taking this here to it, I don't have to taste it. But sometimes you scratch yourself with it. There are drawbacks to doing both ways, so it's up to you. I just wanted to show you how it was done. So if you just keep on grinding it down until you get a nice rounded over shape, kind of like I got here on this one. You want to take it from that to that, so that you can strike the platform and make it right. Okay, there you are. One Aboriginal toolkit with your leathers. Just remember, if you're not prepared today, you're not prepared tomorrow.